Okay guys, so since Halloween's right around the corner, I'm going to be doing some gory looks. So I wanted to do the how to bullet wound and burns. The way I do them are really, really simple. Pretty much my favorite thing to use for the burns, I'm not doing the burns today, well I might, but it might be uploaded a different day. But really all you need for a burn, to do a burn, is lash glue and some toilet paper. So really, really easy, but for now I'm going to be doing the bullet wound. It's very, very simple as well. The things you need, I'm going to pre-warn you right now, this video might be a little bit choppy with my editing because I don't edit a lot at all. So there's going to be a lot of breaks in between instead of my normal tutorials just straight through. So what you need, if you're using what I'm using, for my wax, I use the Mehron modeling wax. It's the clear one like this. I really hate this stuff. It's a pain to work with. So I'm just telling you that right now. So if you use this, you're going to need to use some kind of hand cream. Otherwise, it's going to stick to your hands and it's just going to be a mess and it's going to be impossible to work with. So then, over top to make it look like real flesh, I'm using my Marcel concealer wheel. So it just looks like that. It's just 4 random shades. Then for my colors, I use my black and my red from my Makeup Forever Flash Palette. And a pencil or something kind of rounded. And I'm going to pre-warn you, you're going to need some fake blood too. I don't have that right in front of me right now, but I will find it for the end of the video when we're going to go use it. So to start, before you go ahead, I'm pushing my hair back because I don't want fake blood in my hair because just something I don't really like. So taking a little bit of hand cream, I'm just rubbing it on my hands. I'm using the Burt's Bees one because I hate it, and it was really expensive for a hand cream, so I don't want them to yell at me for not using it. So this is my Special Effects hand cream. I'm also applying it right where I want the bullet wound to be, and that is right smack dab in the middle of my forehead. So then we're going to go ahead and take that modeling wax. I'm just taking my pencil and just digging in a little bit. Like that. And I'm going to take it like that and roll it out just so it's on the palm of my hand. And then you're going to want to go ahead and kind of work it into a little ball. This stuff is a pain to work with. Like, honestly, I hate it. So once you get a little ball shape, you're going to go ahead and push it in where you want it. So I'm putting mine right there. It could be in your cheek, wherever. I find it's easiest to do if it's right in the middle of your forehead. So just go ahead and kind of smush that down a little bit. I tried to record this a while ago on my other camera, but you couldn't see what I was doing because it doesn't focus. So now that it's like that, there goes my lid. I'm taking the back of that pencil and kind of lightly just pushing that in the middle to get that indent. But make sure, so it actually sticks, make sure when you're pulling it out, you hold on to the wax. So now that you get that little kind of indent right there, you're going to want to go ahead, take a piece of tissue paper or toilet paper, whatever, and make sure you make it 1 ply. If you already have 1 ply toilet paper, then you're set. But if you have 2 ply, go ahead, take it apart like that, tear a strip, make another little strip. I'm gonna go ahead, probably about that size. I might make it a little bit smaller, but yeah, so about that size. I'm gonna go ahead and take my lash glue and just apply it on my finger. And just apply it around that hole. But make sure it doesn't actually go in because we don't want the glue there. So then we're going to go ahead, start in the middle, and then make sure it just goes around like that because you want it to be bigger. So the gash looks a little bit thicker and kind of like higher up. So then I'm going to just apply that and kind of just take a little bit more glue and kind of just set it a little bit. So don't expect to have nice clean hands by the end of this. You're going to be covered in glue and fake blood and random colors. So just putting that out there. You don't have to do this, but I'm setting all of this with a adhesive. This is Graftobian, I don't know, them. Theatrical Pro Adhesive. So I'm just taking a little bit of this. It looks just like a white watery kind of color, like a really runny kind of watery color. So just taking that and setting it so it doesn't run away and move. We want that to stay there all day and night. Don't get the stuff in your hair. That's why I also have my hair up, so there's none of this happening. Otherwise, you're gonna have a fun time getting that out. So once this dries, I'm gonna go get my fake blood because we're gonna be getting to that soon. So I'm gonna go get my fake blood and then I will be back. Okay, so then once that has dried, you can see all that clear happening there. I actually added an extra layer of the toilet paper, just because I wanted it to be a little bit higher up, just so it looks, there's a lot more depth to it. So I actually applied liquid latex over it only because like it hurts when it comes off, especially if it gets stuck in your hair, which I have a little bit in my eyebrows, which I'm not very happy about. I think it lasts a little bit better than the Pro Adhesive. So that's by the same company as the Pro Adhesive. They pretty much do the same thing. But yeah, I'm taking, like I said, to make it natural looking, like flesh, I'm taking a little bit of the foundation, concealers, whatever, just to apply over top. So just dab any matching foundation or concealer to the area. It doesn't matter if it's an exact match or not, like this one's a little bit dark, but go ahead and blend it out just a little bit so it looks kind of realistic. It's going to be covered in gunk anyways. If you don't let it dry, it's going to come peel off and it's going to look really gross and not very professional. But yeah, so once you have your foundation, concealer, what have you, layer on top, I'm going to actually add a little bit of a lighter one, a lighter layer, just because I can. But yeah, okay, so this is the fun part. A lot of people say use eyeshadows. But those people I don't think have tried using creams before. I swear by this. It looks so much more realistic if you use creams. So the first color I take when doing this is I actually work backwards, and I always go for the black first before anything else. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm actually just taking an eyeliner brush because it already has black on it. I'm taking that black from my Flash palette, and I am applying that right in the middle and just off to the sides a little bit. Like that. I know it's just like, why is there a random black dot on your forehead? But when the fake blood goes over top, it adds so much depth to it. It looks so much better like that. And then after, since these are made to be eyeliners and stuff, like you can use pretty much any brush for these. You don't have to be worried about destroying your brushes or anything. So that's definitely a plus. And I'm just taking any, I don't use like fluffy eyeshadow brushes. I make sure they're at least synthetic. So I'm just kind of looking for one. I'll just use this random brush, and I'm just taking the red, and I'm just dipping my brush into the red, and this is going to be going on the rest. Ooh. This is just going on the rest of the wound. Kind of looks like a poppy right now. But you can go ahead and add some more black in there. And my new favorite cream product for like just to add darkness is my cream eyeliner by Smashbox in Black Plum. It's the perfect purpley color. So I'm taking that same sponge I use my foundation with, and I'm just kind of taking that and just kind of rubbing it in a little bit. And I'm just going to be patting this on just to add a little bit of darkness to that red. So just darken it up a little bit like that. And then I'm going to go back in and just take some more of that red color. And then here's the fun part. Fake blood. This is by the same company, Graftobian or Graftobian, I don't even know. But this is blood gel. I don't like blood gel. This stuff runs weird. I'm going to be getting liquid stuff. Like I hate how it like sits on the brush like that. This stuff will get runny though. Pre-warning. So make sure you're wearing stuff you don't like because it will be destroyed. So starting out in the middle, the heat of your skin melts it. So it turns into a kind of a liquid blood instead of a gel. So it goes on kind of chunky, so you gotta like work with it a little bit. And like so. Da, 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 da. Make sure you cover all the red that you have applied. Otherwise, because the red looks kind of fake. Kind of, sort of. So just like that. And I don't know why, but this stuff gets kind of hot feeling. I don't understand it, but it just does. And I know, that looks delicious, doesn't it? So you can see, like, that black really has a purpose. And what I like to do is add, like, kind of like a line, like a kind of a thick line, because like I said, it melts. So then it makes it look like it's running. and it actually, from this stage, it will melt into some gross line and it will like go all the way drip down my face. And this stuff does stain, so make sure you don't need to go anywhere fancy in the next little while after you have this done. So that is my pretty simple bullet wound. I think it's easy. I've done it like a million plus times now, so I'm kind of like used to it. But that is my bullet wound. Kind of gory, kind of disgusting, but you can see it's starting to already melt and it's starting to run down my face a little bit. But I have my nice fancy makeup with my lovely gash in my forehead. So that is my how-to on bullet wounds for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. Please let me know if you tried it and how it worked out for you. But yeah, so if you want to post pictures on my Facebook if you tried it or whatever, I will link all my links in the bottom bar. But yeah, so that is my bullet wound look. Enjoy.